The Manzanares River Area Urban Renovation Program. With the Manzanares River Area Urban Renovation Program, the Madrid City Council has taken another step forward with the development of a strategy involving 3 coordinated projects. First of all, by burying underground the M30 highway all along the Manzanares River, in order to improve mobility, to improve environmental quality, and to provide the city center with more pedestrian spaces. Next, by recovering the spaces freed from traffic by burying the M30 highway underground, in order to form a great environmental center that will allow the people of Madrid to enjoy the river once again and to increase their quality of life. In the public sphere, the investment made has also been public, without generating profits. On the other hand, in the private sphere, the Manzanares River Area Urban Renovation Program is intended to revitalize a process of adaptation to the transformation that has taken place through the Calle 30 and Madrid-Rio projects, with public participation contributing to that end through aid to the area residents to renovate all the facades and rear walls of buildings along the river. To that end, the program establishes a comprehensive strategy that combines the restoration of private buildings and the revitalization of social and economic activities, thereby helping to transform the relationships between the historical city center, the river, and the neighboring districts. All this from an approach involving dialogue and consensus with the area residents and negotiated agreements. The program was drawn up starting from a prior analysis of the city's urban planning and its sociological and economic situation, which has been borne in mind when determining the scope of the project, the objectives, and the measures to be taken. The program establishes 2 lines of action. On the one hand, restoration, and on the other, revitalization and renovation. The aim of restoration is to make buildings useful again, adapting them to new functional, environmental, and aesthetic criteria, thus improving the social and economic conditions of the area. The program establishes 5 kinds of restoration, which can take place simultaneously and in a complementary way, all within the concept of sustainability. The plan's second line of action is revitalization and renovation, which means the incorporation of new uses and activities by modifying the urban planning and architectural framework, including the construction of new buildings and the creation of central areas in order to boost the physical, social, and economic transformation of the area through collaboration between the public and private sectors. These actions will be channeled through the so-called urban renovation complexes, for which the program proposes generic and non-binding ideas for action, which must be the result of agreements between the parts involved. The program has identified 9 such complexes with a total surface area of 47 hectares. Legazpi-Cádiz Traffic Circle. The prolongation of the revitalizing effect of the city's actions at Matadero Madrid and the Mercado de Frutas y Verduras, as well as of the future transport exchange at Legazpi Square, as far as the Cádiz Traffic Circle, creating a focal point of culture and innovation. The Princesa Bridge Area. Coordination of the construction activities with the Madrid-Rio project, while also redefining the existing uses. 109 to 111 block of Antonio Lopez Street. Creation of a new tertiary center of leisure and innovation on the facade of the right bank of the river. Improving the connections between the Usera and Arganzuela districts, and thus extending the revitalizing effect of the transformation of the Matadero. The Praga Bridge Area. Agreement with the Ministry of Development to replace the building currently used as the Center for Studies of Ports and Coasts so that it can house new activities that will revitalize the area's economy. Toledo Bridge and Arganzuela Bridge. Modification of the urban planning to create a new facade on Manzanares Avenue, including the renovation of buildings and the creation of a new residential, tertiary, and public service complex. The Vicente Calderón Stadium, Mao San Ian Boulevard area. Creation of a new and unique urban area through the urban transformation plan already underway, extending its effects to the Piramides traffic circle and the right bank of the river between Manzanares Avenue and San Ian Boulevard. The Ermita del Santo complex. Restructuring of the connections between the riverfront and the La Latina district, including the renovation of the Ermita del Santo Mall and its surroundings, by revising its uses and activities in order to improve the continuity of the commercial areas between La Ermita del Santo Boulevard and Manzanares Avenue. The old Iberdrola substation. Reassessment of the existing organization with an aim to improving the architectural image of the area and to guaranteeing its integration in the Madrid-Rio project. The Segovia Bridge area. Agreement with the Center for Public Works Studies and Research to maintain the already existing building, re-examining its current uses so that it can be dedicated to civic and cultural activities, along with the existing plant nurseries and other public utilities in the area. To fund the actions included in the program for the restoration of housing, the Municipal Housing and Property Office is providing state aid for sustainable restoration. And there are also plans to establish new forms of financing with other public administrations. Meanwhile, the urban renovation complexes are private ventures that should finance themselves following a negotiation process. To provide momentum to carry out the plan, a single unified department will be created within the Urbanism and Housing Authority, which will be in charge of managing, monitoring, and coordinating the city's responsibilities as regards urban planning, construction, housing, and urban development throughout the area. Prior to approval of the program, a 3-month information and citizen participation process will be carried out. Approval of the program, after the analysis and possible adoption of suggestions made by the citizens and institutions, will contribute to creating a project which, thanks to its broad backing, will make it possible to continue advancing in the transformation of the city of Madrid. Madrid City Hall.